what's up you guys, this is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, we're gonna have a little bit of a chill chat about Revenant, his rework, and why there has been no fashion frame video for him thus far. So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a clip of some Kuva survival that I was doing last night, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the, I guess you would say buff, because it just feels like a buff overall from what they've done. There's a couple things where I'm like, meh. But anyway, so as you guys know, in a recent hotfix, they actually went through and they gave him some additional buffs. So one of the cool things from the buffs is now, whenever you kill a thrall, the thrall will actually leave a pillar of light. So that pillar of light's always been there. It's always done the area of effect damage when enemies walk through, but now the pillars of light actually spew out these additional little particles that home in and attack enemies. And I think that's a great little bonus, especially because enemies don't always walk through the pillars of light, and I'm definitely, it looks really cool. I mean, to be honest with you, the damage seems kind of okay. It feels like slightly negligible. Like, it does a decent chunk of damage to, like, you know, mid-range enemies, but it's not anything to really like write home about when it comes to like higher end targets. So I'm not really gonna go crazy about that, but the visuals are very, very beautiful. Now, one of the other things that you can actually do with them is when you go ahead and kill a thrall with your what's called Dance Macabre, you know, they'll drop a overshield charge. But at the same time, if your Dance Macabre goes over one of those pillars of light, it'll actually cause the pillar of light to explode and deal area of effect damage. Sounds good, but I'm gonna be completely honest, in like at least my experience, like I like the pillars of light to be there. I like them to kind of be these like zoning traps. So I don't know if you guys feel the same way about me, but I would almost rather that Dance Macabre just refresh their duration. So instead of making them explode and go away and not let them do their, like, you know, turret kind of damage and their like area of effect kind of damage when enemies walk past, I'd almost like it better if Dance Macabre just kind of like perpetuated them, almost like empowered the pillars. So that was one of the big changes that they actually went and did there, because I don't want to have to like overshield, you know, it's kind of like a part of it is like I like doing Dance Macabre to get the overshields, but I don't want the Dance Macabre to kill the pillars of light either. So part of it is like you still get the overshields, you don't have to worry about exploding the pillars of light. That's at least my current stance on it. Now the biggest change that I thought that was absolutely batshit nutso, and I'm like, Warframe, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this? Now, I know there is still some issues and definite bugs when it comes to Mesmer skin. Like people have said, the snipers, like nullifier snipers, will still be able to kill you in one shot off of it at higher levels. I don't know if that's intentional or I don't know if that's a bug, whatever the hell that is. But Mesmer skin is now recastable. I don't know if you guys realize how fucking intense that is, but Mesmer skin just prevents you from taking damage, period, and then CCs the enemy. And if you've got a decent enough duration on your build, it leaves them CC'd for a good couple of moments, enough for you to refresh Mesmer skin. I have 10 charges on my Mesmer skin right now, and I'm thinking in my head, like, am I, like, I'm just, like, not gonna die, right? It's just not a thing I gotta worry about, is dying. That's just not a... Like, as long as I bring powerful enough weapons, I can literally tank almost anything. And due to the fact that I think on my build I'm running a Primed Flow and I'm running Arcane Energize along with Streamline, that's like a million gazillion charges of Mesmer skin. That's absolutely amazing. Let me know if you guys feel like that's a little bit overpowered. Not trying to get it nerfed though, because I like a little bit of OP-ness is good. I embrace the OP-ness from time to time. You know, I'm just like, OP-ness is fantastic. But the other thing that they went ahead and did is they lowered the energy cost of Reeve. So, you know, the thing that allows you to dash through your thralls and enemies to get back shields and all of that kind of stuff. What do you call this? One of the things that I kind of want to put out there, and I accidentally cut the clip from the video that I put out. I know that you can cast Reeve while in Dance Macabre, but I almost would rather turn off Dance Macabre and just bullet jump and then go back into Dance Macabre. I don't really feel like I need to spend extra energy. I mean, that's just what it is. But when you cast Reeve while in Dance Macabre, the energy cost is lowered down to 25. So if you want to just, you know, put yourself in those areas, you can go ahead and do that. Apparently, you can Reeve allies with Mesmer Skin, and it adds the protective energy to your allies who happen to be in range, a small protective bonus. Fantastic? I don't know. Revenant is now fully immune to damage while Reaving as well. So it's just like Mesmer Skin, you can't damage me. Reeve, you can't damage me. And then, of course, you know, Dance Macabre is just like damage while you're invincible. Sure, why not? I'm not gonna like hate on it. But I definitely have fun with what do you call this? With Revenant. It's just, I don't know, there's just something about it which kind of feels like it's almost too easy. But sometimes you just want to, like after a long day of playing a challenging game like Monster Hunter or Destiny, like the higher end of Destiny, like sometimes maybe you just want to chill out, sometimes maybe you just want to do a little dance, make a little love, explode tonight, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely having fun with Revenant. I've been using him, of course, in Kuva Survival, and that's definitely one of my favorite places to be because of all of the tight corridors. Literally, there's no better feeling in the world than when you just fucking stack up a big old group of thralls and then you just kill them all and you're like, leave me a patch of flame that will last forever and attack enemies as turrets. I loved it. It just makes me feel so happy. And the thing is, I think people are slowly realizing, like picking up on the fact that Revenant has thralls, so they won't actually kill the thralls right away. They're like, let him have his thralls. I'm like, okay, thank you. Thank you for being considerate of that whole situation. Now, I don't know about how you guys feel about Revenant so far. I feel like he's in a good place. I'm enjoying him. But I think one thing that we should also chat about before I head on out is talk a little bit about Revenant's fashion frame and why I haven't done a fashion frame video on him quite yet. Alrighty, so let's talk about the fashion frame aspect of this. So for those of you guys who don't know, I take a lot of pride in fashion frame and I like to take my time with creating looks. That's why you haven't seen a Ninja video out quite yet, because I'm kind of like fine-tuning and tweaking the last look, seeing if that's what I want to show there. I'm very, very particular. When I say I have a particular aesthetic, I really mean it. I don't just throw out a video just to make videos. You know what I mean? So when it came to Revenant, I was thoroughly frustrated because of the fact that, in all honesty, if I'm just going to be frank with you, he looks like a basic Warframe. He looks like Warframe 1.0, like, you know, old Excalibur, old Nyx. But what they did was they ripped off certain chunks of him and they put metallic bits in there and then said, just put some energy coming out of it. So when I'm trying to like color him, I don't really get anything inspiring. I don't get anything that I'm like, oh my god, that's such a good color combo. Oh my god, I'm so feeling that. Like, there's just nothing that like reaches out to me, and every like customization that I put out in him is like, it looks nice, but it's incredibly boring. And even when I go through and try to like random in some colors, I'm just like, there's just nothing that really calls out to me and says, oh, that's a really great color that stands out. You could use that color and then make color combinations with this. And I've spent a lot of time trying to really get it up for Revenant, for a color scheme for him. And I just haven't seen anything that's really made me go, oh my god, I must show that to the world. You know, it's just one of those things where I'm like, oh, it's okay, I guess. It's okay. Like even if you see my Revenant color schemes, and let's go ahead and jump into my color schemes. For Revenant, it's very plain. It's very like one note. There's just nothing that makes me really ecstatic. And then the other thing that I have to say is his armor set really pisses me off. And I'm just going to be completely frank with you about it. If you take a look at his own energy color, and you take a look at the energy color that is represented on the Vala armor set, or the Vitala armor set, it's the exact same. I just copied, like I copied main colors. That's the same energy color that is on the energy, but this is yellowish while this is pinkish. why are these two a slightly different tone? And I think even if you look at this color thing, it's the same color that I've used. However, this is very greenish and this is very bluish. So that's also kind of irritated me at the same time. I'm like, okay, I'm already not in the mood. I'm already not in the mood, so for you guys to give me something that's not really like, you know, bopping. I hope you guys can see the colors. That's one's in classic saturated. For that to pop off like that, I'm like, I'm not super duper feeling it. I'm sorry. And again, like I said, I take pride in what I do when it comes to fashion framing. So when I have something that's just kind of like, it's okay, I guess. Like, it's not necessarily something that I want to jump to show off, you know? It's not something that I want to be like, oh my god, I'm so proud, I must show the world right now. You know, this is amazing, this is fantastic. And it just did not call out to me in any way, shape, or form. So I do have to apologize for that, because I know that some people have been like consistently, Rob, where is the Revenant fashion frame? Where is the Revenant fashion frame? Where is the Revenant fashion frame? And the reality of it is the Revenant fashion frame is in the garbage, because that's where it belongs. There's just nothing that I feel like really inspires me with this. Now, don't get me wrong, Neja, the Neja frame, I got some love for that, and there's definitely a couple looks. The last look, I'm just tweaking to make sure that it's not too much like the other looks. I'm excited for that one, and I want to take my time on making that for you. But I did want to give you a little bit of an update for Revenant, whether it comes to his rework, well, not his rework, but his buffs, also his fashion frame, where that is, give you an idea of what I'm currently using for his fashion frame. I still like the primary one better, if I'm going to be honest with you. And don't get me wrong, I've spent time playing with these looks to really see if I could make something happen, and I just didn't feel like I could make anything of worth that I felt was worth your time to happen. So that about does it for me for now. Let me know how you guys feel about the Revenant buffs. Let me know if you're kind of in the same place with the Revenant fashion frame, or if you've found something that you're like, oh my god, this is the best ever, or if you're just kind of like, eh. Toss all of that in the comments below, and as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!